Now let's go back to the first years of our education where we were taught nature studies, geography, all those sort of things. And you can see I've done that with a very simple picture. I don't claim to be a great artist, but there's a basic cycle that is acknowledged. Trees consume carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, whereas we, as a species, do the opposite, as do other species on the planet. Of course, trees have other benefits than producing oxygen and consuming carbon dioxide, and two of these, and of course there are many more, are the production of fibre and the potential production of food. Now, we know that there is what we call an excess of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Well, what is carbon dioxide? Referring to the diagram above, carbon dioxide is free tree food. What would be a seemingly logical response to the problem that we have? Plant lots of trees. Question: why are we losing more trees than we are replacing? It's hard to find a good answer to that question. Perhaps it goes back to our underlying cultural values and our resultant priorities. So how do we change those underlying cultural values, our awareness, our consciousness, and our behaviour? Well, in human behaviour theory, there are two ways of looking at things. You can assume humans are good and use positive methods, or you can assume humans are bad and need to be regulated. In our modern society, I believe the best way to achieve these things is through a combination of education, use of media, and observable practice. Now this practice I'll go into later in the Planet Perth page, but you can see that these things are inclusive. We need education of all of us. It's presumptive to think it's only the young who need education. In fact, they may have a lot to teach us. Media is capable of reaching all of us in its many different forms, and also capable of being produced by all of us, given the characteristics and availability of modern media. And what do we end up with in doing this? Especially in the way that we can initiate and practice initiatives in sustainable living, we have a process that involves potentially all of us. Let's look at what we're proposing at present globally. We're proposing a tax, new law, and our stimulus is crisis. It's hard to see much positivity in the model that's being proposed at present. Alternatively, the positive model on the left here is not based on or caused by a perceived crisis. It's based on the positive potential that exists individually and collectively in all of us.